yAws is mocking it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the World Cyber Games 2009, brought to you by Quad B. We have the English commentary here, and we're going to be kicking it off with WarCraft 3. We've got a great match for you. Former World Cyber Games champion Sky taking on yAws in this upcoming match, and it is brought to you by myself, Tosspot, and the one and only Rotterdam.
Hello, Tosspot.
The cheer you hear in the background is for the home favourite, of course it is Sky. We have a massive crowd here, and the atmosphere is absolutely electric, as any sight of their hero, that is Sky, who's on your screen right now, is being met with a rapturous round of applause. Talk us about Sky.
Well, as you can see on the screen right now, he has a great WCG history, I could say. He won it 2 times and got very close to it 2007. Unfortunately, he missed 2008, but he's back in 2009, and I think we're going to see back a very, very strong Sky. And also, of course, the home favorite.
How far can Sky go?
Final champion, everything is possible.
Anything is possible for this man. He has been there, he has done it before, and well, there's a battle. He and Grubby are the only two to have won it twice.
Yep.
Who's going to take the third? Could either of them take the third gold medal?
It's definitely possible, but this field, once more, every year WCG is an incredible hard tournament to win. It's incredible that both Sky and Grubby managed to win it 2 times, but if I would say who has the better chances to win it 3 times, then I'd go for Sky.
Well, the home favourite by a country mile. And what a crowd we pick up today. You can see the size of it, but there is the enemy. There is the man that Sky has to take down. It is yAws of Germany. Now, talk us through yAws' chances against Sky.
Well, he definitely has some small chances. Of course, Sky is the favorite, also with this huge crowd supporting. I was standing next to yAws during the opening ceremony, and when Sky took the oath, the entire audience went crazy. I mean, he looked at me and he was like, okay, and I was like, yo, good luck, man. And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna need it. But of course, yAws is a great player, had definitely quite some success in Germany playing his national league, but also last year on WCG, even though he did not pass his group, he made a very good impression by forcing over tiebreakers in an incredible strong group with Infi from China, Grubby from the Netherlands, and Saza from Sweden. So last year's yAws left a very good impression, and I think we're going to see at least something similar for him this year.
Okay, looks like we're about to start this game any moment now. We've had ourselves the cue, and we are ready to rock and or roll. Do I need to ask you who's going to take it?
We're going to talk about the map on the screen right here. The map is going to be Turtle Rock, one of the oldest Frozen Pro maps we know. It's a great map. I love it. Always very action-packed. And as we know, both of these players are playing the human race in WarCraft. For the people who are not into WarCraft that much, in WarCraft you have 4 races. Both players are playing human, which means we're going to see a human mirror match. Germany against China on Turtle Rock.
Now, I mean, do we have to ask who's going to take this one? How much of a chance does yours stand against Sky?
It would probably be around 80 against 20. Wow, look at the screen. We have a really great audience and awesome atmosphere in this place.
You know you're doing well in a gaming event if there are ticket touts outside trying to flog tickets like they would at a football match. That's the case. This is a sellout crowd.
Yeah, it's amazing. I would say that this is probably like around 80-20 for Sky. But nevertheless, I think we're going to see a very exciting game. These two are the best players in their group, so even if yAws wins, it's not like code red for him yet, because he can still advance. But it would of course be incredibly nice for his mindset to win this game.
All right. Well, looks like we are getting the signal. We're about to get this game underway. yAws versus Sky any second now. Brought to you from Quad B live from the WCG Finals 2009. Here we go, Sky versus yAws. It's the opening match of the World Cyber Games 2009. It's an all-human matchup, and it is, of course, the home favourite. It is WarCraft 3 that'll kick us off, and we are about to see what could be a potential curtain raiser. For WCG.
Worth mentioning would be that there is at least one more good player in this group, which would be Majestic from the Ukraine. He actually won the Ukraine qualifier, so the first seeded player from Ukraine. So this match is from a certain importance that the player who loses this game definitely has to face another tough opponent, and brings himself into a tough situation.
We are going to get this one kicked off straight away. You can see Sky spawn in the red on the top left. The 10 o'clock position down in blue is going to be yAws in the 5 o'clock position, and we're underway.
Yes, I can imagine all the hardcore WarCraft fans are definitely watching this game, but I'm sure that there are also lots of people following the WCG who maybe are not that into WarCraft 3, so it would be worth to give a small talk what WarCraft 3 is all about. WarCraft 3 is an RTS game as we know it, a real-time strategy game, similar to most other games. You could compare it to old games like Warhammer, Command & Conquer, Red Alert, that kind of stuff. It is a similar game to that, also StarCraft of course, but there is one important thing in WarCraft 3 that the other games, other RTSs don't have, and that is the hero factor. We can see Sky building an altar of heroes in the right side of your screen. The altar of heroes is almost done, and in that game you can pick your hero. You can have a maximum to 3 heroes in your game, and that is a big difference between WarCraft and any other RTS. Heroes are by far the most important unit of your army, and we can see both players are most likely picking the Archmage, which is a very standard hero to start off your army with. You can use it well for creeping. It has 4 skills. Every hero has 4 skills, but most likely we're going to see Water Elementals and the Brilliance Aura. Brilliance Aura benefits the rest of your army, and the Elementals are quite a strong unit early on to game, and as soon as the heroes level up, your spells get stronger, so the Elementals get stronger as well, and certainly on level 3 and 2 they are very, very strong. So that's basically what this game is going to be all about.
Now talk to me about Sky. Obviously we looked at his phenomenal WCG record, 2 firsts and a 2nd place. Yes. Then there was that gap in his record. Now he vanished from the headlines. Obviously he released the Beyond the Game documentary. He's been very much in the limelight, but where's he been lately in the medal tally?
No, that's definitely true. 2008 late and early 2009 has definitely not been Sky's month. He's been in a small slump, I could say, but the last event we saw him, which was also in Chengdu, actually Sky played phenomenal, and even though he took, I think he took 3rd or 4th place, but he played very, very well and was close to reaching the grand final, so Sky was definitely in shape. Both players pick up their first item from the small green camp, which is a Mantle of Intelligence. That's the best item they could get, because they also get a small bonus damage out from it, because both of their heroes are intelligence heroes, and this gives +3 intelligence, so this works the best for them.
Now, tournament overview. We've talked Sky, we've talked Grubby. Who else should we be talking about?
Definitely Lin and Moon, the 2 Korean players, and perhaps Wu as 3rd Korean player, but also the 2 other Chinese players. Infi is definitely looking very strong, and of course Fly as well, a very strong orc player. So those 7 players are the main favorites for the top 3. And if we're looking at Europe besides Grubby, perhaps Todd from France, but he's been a little bit less active lately, so it's hard to say how good he is. But also yAws is one of the stronger European players, and perhaps even Kiara and Bly from the Ukraine, Kiara from Denmark. But we definitely have to look most at the 6 Asian players and Grubby.
Of course, Grubby will face off against who tomorrow? That'll be on the main stage, so make sure you join us for that. Opening exchanges here as Sky looks to just chase away the Archmage, which poked its head where it didn't belong. As now the Archmage retreats away, and the Water Elementals combined with the Archmage look to try and do some damage to one of these footmen, maybe pick it off if they can. Doesn't look like he's going to get his way this time around, and that'll push away. Along the theme of Rotterdam's explanation of what WarCraft 3 is, for those of you who don't know, talk us through what Harassing is and what we're seeing at the moment.
Yeah, Harassing is a sort of attack on your enemy's base, but you don't expect to win the game right there. It's not like a rush or anything. It's more like an harass. Try to do some early damage, try to kill off perhaps 1 or 2 units, and try to do some damage to the other player's economy, making him repair his building so he can gather any gold or lumber, the 2 resources you need in WarCraft 3. We saw both players do some minor creeping. yAws craft a little bit different. Actually, yAws farm is going down right here. Lost by great placement of the crowd right there, but it's not a big deal. Farms are very cheap and easily to replace. So we're going to see Sky will also pick up some boost of speed, so did yAws. So both players have some additional movement speed on their hero, and this is the harassment we've been talking about, doing some damage on the hero. None of these players is expecting to kill a hero. One footman of Sky is running very low on HP. Oh, wow, Sky denies his own footman. That means he gave the last hit on his unit, so that means that yAws did not get the experience on his hero, so his hero won't be any closer to a level up.
Now the other part of this is also that Sky is keeping yAws away from his own base. Another footman is in trouble. This time it will be yAws that picks up the kill, and it will be, that's yAws you saw on the screen momentarily, spiky head and all. I think he may be modelling his hair on yAws there, Rotterdam. As now that Archmage of yAws decides it probably wants to get itself out of trouble, down to about a quarter health, as yAws begins to upgrade and work his way through.
Both players putting up their Arcane Vault, that's a shop in your own base where you can buy items, and as we can see the Archmage of yAws is running quite low on HP, not dramatically low, but he has to be careful. And actually Sky is running into the base. He's probably going to try to cancel this Arcane Vault. I'm not sure how far he's going to get at that. The Arcane Vault doesn't have a lot of HP. The Arcane Tower focusing on the water elemental, and yAws' ultimate is back, but yAws has to be very careful. Pick up a second hero in the mid, but his shop is running very low on HP, and I think it's going to fall down. And it does. He has to cancel his own shop, but he will get a footman kill. Lots of cheerment from the crowd right there by taking down that Arcane Vault, which is quite a good thing for Sky. yAws' Archmage only at 68 hit points, so he has to be very careful. That's around 2 or 3 hits of Sky's hero, so that's definitely not a lot, but he's putting up a new one, putting up 2 Arcane Sentence, which is a usual human mirror strategy. Both players will probably produce a lot of spellcasters, units you can only produce at tier 2, so they upgraded their main building. One more Breath of Fire is going off. The footmen of Sky are running quite low in HP, and this water elemental is going to get killed as well, so even more HP for yAws' heroes, but his Archmage is getting in on the fire in the middle of the map, we can see in the mini-map, but it did manage to get out once more. Archmage at 90 HP, Sky trying to chase it down, but he won't be able to take it down unless... Oh, yAws has to be very careful right now.
Ooh. Looks to try and hold off the Archmage, but yAws is able to pull him away. Another shot will come in, and yAws' footman will now offer some support from the rear. Really nice work from yAws. They were able to get that Archmage away, but albeit on next to no health, as in will come the Panda and Brewmaster. They're desperately trying to keep the Archmage away from the opposite number, the blue Archmage, because yAws' Archmage is in trouble. Here comes Sky once again, knocking on the door of the German space. Will get himself again into the action. We're going to see a Panda and Brewmaster webbing out here now already. The crowd find their voices once more. More damage being done in the back of yAws' base here as Sky is relentless in his pursuit, and his harassment verges on assault now as yAws finds himself under the gun.
Yep, one priest falls down for yAws, and that's a big thing. We can see Sky losing several footmen, but footmen are very basic units, and you use them early game, but later on it's okay to lose them. But actually yAws is healing up his heroes, and he did kill many of them, so he does have a fair amount of XP. Whoa, Sky has to be careful with his Panda and Brewmaster, because yAws will try to put a surround on it. Nice blocking. Wow, if yAws gets this one, ooh, he got very close. He got very close. That's a key thing in WarCraft 3. You will always try to surround your enemies, heroes preferably, but also units. Having a unit into a surround means it can go anywhere and it has to fight its way out, but often that's not possible, so you will lose the unit. That's what we saw yAws trying right there, but he did not manage it. We can see several low HP footmen here from Sky, so nice micro, saved all of his units, but actually I don't think yAws is too worried about Sky saving those footmen, while Mimo is just creeping outside his base. This is the first big creep camp. Any of these two players are creeping on the map. Creeping gives your hero as experience, as we talked earlier about, same as killing enemy units, but it also gives you strong items, and it will be interesting to see which item is he gonna pick up. If he picks up a potion of invulnerability, means that his hero won't be able to die when using it for 15 seconds, won't even be able to take any damage, so that's quite a good item. You can see Sky actually putting up guard towers and using his militia to creep on the middle side of the map, so this could mean that he is going for an expansion, which will put him up to 2 bases, which will give him more gold income, and that's a big thing. But yAws is right there to scout it, using a great Breath of Fire.
And now we'll see yAws retreat away. On an anecdotal note, a big thank you to everyone who did mail in to let us know that our mics were live. As you probably guessed, we had no idea at that point. Here we go. Now we have yAws to take the fight back to Sky, as Sky is on the prowl. Now looking a little bit ill-healthy. One of those footmen is trying to get involved, but now is the Panda Brewmaster is right in the thick of things.
Really good Breath of Fire from yAws right there. yAws actually having more spellcasters than Sky right now, and those are just incredible footmen. And one more footman goes down, but he will try to take that priest down, and that priest needs one more hit. And wow, Sky expanding with like lots of peasants, 4, 5, 6, 7, that costs a lot of gold. But I think this is a very risky moment to go for that expand. If it goes off, it looks very good for Sky. But yAws is doing a great job right here, Harassing, killing several peasants, and if yAws is able to take this expansion down, things look very good for yAws, and that could be the start of a great upset.
Yeah, Sky really playing it briskly there, expanding right when yAws was, 10 feet away from him at the time, and the battle remains out and about in that expansion. We do have some towers up, and we're going to lose, and yAws is going to take on that expansion, and he is going to win.
Wow, and the crowd falls silent, because everyone in this room knows that this was a really big thing. Sky used quite some gold on that one, and yeah, his economy takes a hit. He tried to get up the expansion, didn't work, lost several peasants. We can see Sky at 38 supply, and he needs to build a couple of farms because he does have more units, while yAws is already at 50 supply. This does not mean game over, absolutely not. Sky is still into this game, but this was very well for yAws. He's playing great, he was there right away. I'm a little bit surprised that Sky actually wanted to put up that expansion right in front of yAws' side, because he was there, but he probably had he had confidence that his harassment early on gave him time to do so, but apparently not, because yAws had a great amount of casters, which made him able to put through and cancel that expansion.
Yeah, Sky about as subtle as a ton of bricks with that expansion, but yAws took the bricks down and now continues to prowl that expansion, looking to pick off any units that are coming from Sky's base over towards his army, and I don't think he's going to get either of them, as they seem to have separated. One's fallen back, but yAws is about to go into Sky's base, and Sky's creeping here is about to be finished. Here we go, Panda Brewmaster thinks about going in deep. It does do so, should be able to take on some of these peasants and really hurt this economy of Sky, which is hurting already. Can Sky block in yAws as he pushes him further and further back? He does do so.
Oh, the Archmage of yAws has to be careful. Wow, great surround by Sky actually, and that's a very big thing that Sky needs. This Archmage does have a Scroll of Town Portal and uses it now, but other than that, that was a great surround by Sky. Wow, that last Breath of Fire just came into life. Actually, meanwhile, yAws, we can see right now, put up his own expansion, while he did some harassment to Sky, and I don't think Sky scouted that one, so yeah, the German player is playing a great game of Warcraft right here, and Sky is probably going to attack that expansion right now, but I don't think he has the power to cancel that expansion. It's going to be very interesting to see. 47 supply for Sky, around a little bit over 50 I think. Sky going to create this Goblin Merchant as well, so his heroes are going to have a little bit more experience than the heroes of Sky, than the heroes of yAws I mean, but still yAws is playing great so far.
Here we have Sky out on the creep. He's got yAws coming from the right, and here will be the Panda Brewmaster of yAws kicking off the fight. yAws desperate to make sure the expansion is operational as long as possible. Sky at the moment has not seen it, and Sky will retreat further back here and may not see it because this battle is kicking off when we got heroes right in the thick of things. The Panda Brewmaster will retreat, goes up to level 3. Both Panda Brewmasters up to level 3, in fact, in the midst of this fight, and yAws' Panda Brewmaster's on about 50% health, but still ensues the fight as it loses more and more health, having to retract. It's down to 250 points of health, but Sky decides he doesn't want this fight right now, and yAws' expansion, which was what yAws pushed out to save, remains untouched.
Yeah, and this is great for the German player. Right now he has the double the amount of income of Sky, maybe a little bit less because he is in upkeep. If you go over 50 supply you earn less gold, but since he has 2 bases he still earns more gold. His Pandaren Brewmaster is quite low in HP, but he still has that potion of invulnerability. Sky is absolutely not aware of the expansion of yAws. Sky just at 50 supply while yAws is already at 66, and this is really looking great for yAws.
The German who created headlines last World Cyber Games may do it here to the despair of the home crowd as he takes on the forces of Sky once more. The Archmage drops back just a touch as here we have the Archmage of yAws leveling up to level 4 there right in the middle of that fight. Now quickly you see the yAws Panda Brewmaster down to about 30 points of health, about 30% health as he will retreat further back.
One more healing scroll being used by Sky, but Sky is really lacking units over here. We can see yAws actually on the retreat, but that's not a real retreat. He's just trying to get into a better position. But that Breath of Fire was not a good Breath of Fire. It didn't hit many units. but still level 4 for the Archmage buff. The heroes are fairly equal, but yAws still has that expansion, and Sky should be aware of it anytime soon now, because he's probably wondering, hey, I'm killing quite some units, I'm not losing too many units, but why does yAws' army keep growing? Well, obviously because he has an expansion. Both Pandaren and Brewmasters run pretty low on HP, but I think Sky still has the healing potion, while yAws has the invulnerability potion. The only units falling right now are the Walla Elementals summoned by the Archmage, while 2 priests from Sky are running pretty low on HP, but they're healing themselves up once more. Few of the Spellbreakers running in once more. Very long fight right here, but that's typical for Human Mirror, because the priest will never run out of mana with that Brilliance Aura, while that both Brewmaster. Oh, great surround by Sky, great surround. yAws using his invulnerability potion, will be able to get out.
Does it looks excuse me, little looking so good for Sky. Is he taking heavy fire in the thick of things? Looks like he's going to be able to push away at least and live to fight another day. Both Panda and Brewmaster have been under the caution in this fight, and Sky is going to yAws is going to be able to force his Panda and Brewmaster out. Whether that's him forcing or Sky letting, we'll see. But yAws' Panda and Brewmaster's in trouble again. Down on the brown health as he pulls himself back. The Archmage is just attentioning all onto yAws' Panda Brewmaster, but it isn't working for him, and Sky retreats with 6 units out of that fight, and he still has not seen that expansion visually.
Sky calls GG right there, aware of the expansion, and yAws, a big upset. We can see yAws on the screen, very delighted. Great to see for yAws. Wow, what an amazing game by him.
What a performance, and what a way to open the World Cyber Games, taking down the home favorite in map 1, but it is only map 1. World Cyber Games matches are traditionally always best of 3, so it's best of 1.
Yes.
So yAws is going to pick that up, and Sky is going to have to go to the other matches in the group and get his way back out of this, because yAws has caused a major upset.
Yeah, definitely, but what a great game. Sky putting up that expansion was fairly risky. yAws was right there on the top of things, cancelled an expansion. Meanwhile, put up his own expansion, while Sky did not expect it. Sky went first on creeping, but that expansion pulled through. yAws had to face a pretty tough fight in the middle of the map, but he held his ground, and after that the expansion just kicked in. And what a great upset, and what a great game by yAws.
Full credit to yAws, he played it by the book. He kept Sky at bay, and you can see on his face quite how much it means to him. He is over the moon. He has taken down the home favorite. He has taken down a double World Cyber Games winner, and he has put himself in a great position to get out of the group.
Yeah, definitely, and also we're in a great position to get, of course, the first seeded player who finishes first in the group will have will face a weaker opponent in the qualification, in the brackets, whether all the players are strong. So placing first in your group is a big thing, and yAws just did himself a huge flavor.
You see Sky in the screen trying to work out where it all went wrong. In the meantime, though, yAws, well, he will already be cracking open the champagne after a momentous victory.
Yeah.